Hello my pals and respected sir. A busy evening to one and all present over here. I am Bhagyashree Vaidya, working with Directorate of Economics and Statistics, Madhya Pradesh Bhopal, Government of MP, as a statistical investigator. Here, if I say there is nothing to tell much about myself, because the institution is well known to me, as I have been an old member of this institution, and I feel highly privileged to be a part of this noble organization, which has been working for a long time in shaping the future of India. And I feel myself to be blessed to be under the edges of such a great company, and highly thankful to him also to make my career and to make me what I am here. So like sir always used various teaching methods so that this language should be our behavior, should come in our behavior itself. And like whenever we the condition is such that whenever even we think, our mind also itself thinks in English. It can be said that it has become one of our lingua franca, and I am very much happy with this change in myself, when as I had begun coming here when I was in 8th class, and till now I am in job, and even then I miss this institution a lot, because I have covered a long time here, and still I feel whenever I have some time, so I should come here and learn a lot of things, because life never stops teaching you, and you should also always remain a good student so that it may become enjoying for you. Sir always used different methods to teach us this language. One of those methods is incidence telling. And when we were young, and when this method used to be introduced, so it was really a great question for us, because all my classmates who were of my age, we all were undergoing very casual phase of life, like going to school and taking examinations, as we were not having that much worth telling or worth sharing. So that time we used to need the stories, and there were many people to listen to us, as it was a long time for us coming here, so many a time we had to undergo this method. And now we all have entered the professional life, so we are having various incidents, but now we miss the people who could listen to us very patiently. And today I am feeling highly obliged to sir to give me such a wonderful opportunity, so that I may share some of the incident of my life. And here the incident I am going to share with you is about the very basic philosophy of life, that is whatever you plan, if it happens, though you may go happy, but when something goes beyond that, it would give you more unexpected happiness. So it is said, live life as it comes, and this thing has been taught to us the recent pandemic past, and we cannot plan anything, though in order to make our career we have to think about something, but whatever career or whatever phases you undergo, whatever time you undergo, you need not plan for that, because all that happen is just a gain for you. Nothing you go in loss, and never you go in loss. And so with this philosophy I am going to share this one of the incident. It is said, live life as it comes. Life is full of ups and downs, and all that we are having to live here is chain of events. And by some great personality, it is said, all that you get in this life is just a gain, nothing is loss. And happiness is the biggest gain, and our happiness is added by a smile. So we should keep smiling always in whatever condition we are. And the incidents which I am going to share with you is based on the same philosophy, as it's a recent incident. And so here I go without any further ado. Like it was about 20 February, and at 3 o'clock, and I was busy in my office work. Suddenly my phone rang up. It was from my assistant director. So I straight reached her room, and then she broke me the news that I had to go to Calcutta for official training with one of my seniors. Then the very time when I listened that I have to go to Kolkata, so that time I was quite puzzled because I was undergoing some back pain and I was avoiding some long journey. But the very second moment, my this confusion was overlapped by the sort of excitement I was having in my mind with the imagining about the places that I would be visiting of that city. And it has been my childhood dream that I had to visit National Library and Shanti Niketan. So it was a time for me to make my dream true. And so after thinking for a while, I just gave my consent. Even I did not take permission from my parents, for what I was rebuked also at my home. But that time I was thinking that my parents will definitely let me go there so that I may learn some new things. And here I was very excited. But what happened during that time, I underwent fever and cold and cough, so I had to go on medical leave, and that was the time for me to recover so that I may make this journey memorable. Now going to Calcutta was going to be very much tedious journey for me, because it was to be met by train. So we had to make some of the arrangements so that we may reach there before time, and everything should go very smoothly. Then we were planning about our to and fro journey. So from Bhopal we were not having any direct train the same day, so we had planned to go to Jabalpur, and then from there we had a train named Shaktipunj Express to reach Calcutta. Then we had booked our tickets and everything was going on, and we were just preparing to go there. Then what happened? It took me just 2 days completely to prepare for that journey, and I had to arrange a bag and everything, like from food stuff. Then we boarded the train named Amarkantak Express from Habibganj station to Jabalpur. As the train journey was quite comfortable for us, and it has been my nature that I go in slumber whenever I make journey by train. But it was a time like something was there in my mind that I had to sleep in Shaktipunj Express, so I didn't sleep throughout the journey, and it was around 9 o'clock, and in 9 o'clock at night my mother's call came, and she said to me, "You have not yet reached Jabalpur, how would you be able to catch the train?" Then I consoled her and I said I would definitely be there and I would definitely reach Calcutta, you don't worry. And because we were having a margin of 1 hour with us, so that we may catch the train at any cost and anyhow. What happened now, it was 10 o'clock, even then the train didn't reach. It was just 25 past 10 when the train arrived to Jabalpur station. As the train arrived, so I got down the train in haste. Here, because our train timing of Shaktipunj Express was 20 past 10, and it was on our mind that it was a daily train, so it always departed the station late by some hours. So here this time also we were confirmed that it would be standing at the platform. So as we got down the train, so we saw we were confused where the train would come because no announcement was being made. Then we asked somebody, and I decided to go by the lift, but my senior was adamant on taking me to that platform through ramp, and I was already having a baggage, so it was very hard for me to cover journey from platform number 2 to 5 by ramp. Even then I tried my level best. As I reached that platform, so what I was seeing that the train was leaving before my eyes, and I was standing at 500-meter distance trying to cover it at any cost, shouting a lot, "Please stop it, please stop it, please stop it." And every passenger who had got down Amarkantak Express to catch Shaktipunj Express had left the train because it was the only train that had left the station on time. So now we were having no option. Then I asked my senior to take a sigh of relief and to reach platform number 1. There he made some enquiry and he got to know that the ticket won't be cancelled. Now we were in great problem because we had already booked our ticket and invested a lump sum amount in this journey ticket. And then I asked him to talk to some senior superintendent of station. Then we reached him. So he asked us to have some sigh of relief, and he himself made a call to Katni station, and there he confirmed that the train would be reaching to Katni and you may catch it from there. Then again some hope arose, and we left the platform number 1 to reach platform number 5. There while talking to the passengers waiting for the train named Surat Humsafar Express, they told us that the train, you are here for nothing, the train won't stop at Katni. Then we said them, okay, let it go, we will pull the chain. Then the train arrived at the station and we got the AC coach. As we got the AC coach, so the people maintaining it, they consoled us, and then they said, don't worry, if the train doesn't stop at Katni, so you can go to Prayagraj, so definitely from there you would catch the train. So now we were confirmed that okay, we shall go to Prayagraj. But by the time vendor came there, and he was adamant at getting us down from the train and asked us to get into the sleeper. As the sleeper was too much cramped, so I didn't think it to be good to get into that, and we straight went to the TTE, who was standing at B1 coach, and we had got into the coach at B12. Then I straight approached him, but his attitude was too much surprising for us. He asked for 1700 per person to go up to Allahabad itself, while already we were having ticket of Shaktipunj Express costing 1600, and he didn't listen to us, and at last the train left the station. Now we were having no option but to return to Bhopal. Here my seniors was willing desperately to attain that training, but being having a girl with him as his companion, he was not willing to leave me also, and he was also not willing to give me any sort of trouble. He was in professional and ethical dilemma. So it was now my turn to convince him so that he may anyhow attain that training. Then by the time Patna Humsafar Express arrived the station, it was a train that could drop us to Allahabad Chowki, but there was no possibility that it would that by the train we would catch Shaktipunj Express. So then I convinced him, and he got into the train, and the train left the station. But here I was alone at Jabalpur's platform. What to do? I was not getting anything. By the time I made a call to one of my seniors of Division Office Jabalpur, and he was there to help me out, and he had set out from his home to help me. And here, as the train left the platform, I listened to the announcement of Jabalpur Overnight Express, and when I had checked it, so according to internet, the train had left the station. So here I want to tell you, internet many a time misleads you. So you should sometimes believe what you see actually at the platform. Then here I approached the lift. So the vendor said to me, ma'am, if you have to catch the train, so what are you doing here at platform number 5? Then I said nothing to him, and I got into the lift. I was alone, I was fearing a bit, and the lift dropped me at platform number, there were two ways where the lift dropped. It was platform number 1 and 6. I thought to take some chance. I just ran to the train and talked to the TTE who was sitting over there at the platform, and he asked me to get into the sleeper. As I got into the sleeper, the train departed, and then the TTE came, and I told him my problem, and he considered me. But there also I had to make the whole journey sitting for 6 hours, and the train at last reached the Habibganj station, and there I took sigh of relief. Then I was a bit upset what happened to me, and I had to unpack all the things. I reached my home, unpacked the things, and just took a sound sleep. And I was badly tired because it was 12-hour journey, and 12-hour journey sitting straight. Then I reported my office, and there also they told me that you have taken good decision, that you are back. And by the time, but I was missing the things, like I would have enjoyed a lot over there. I would have got good experience. I would have met intellects. My knowledge would have enhanced. All the things, I was just cursing the time, because it was the first time in our office also happened that somebody missed the train, and we were having no sort of chance that there would be any sort of inconvenience. Already the time lag was also of 1 hour, and we were reaching Kolkata one day before the training. Everything, we were moving on a comfort zone. But all that happened was really very strange for everyone. Then suddenly what happened, it was a Women's Day celebration in our office that was to take place on the 6th of March this year, because of holy holiday. And there I led the program, and I, with the help of some of seniors, organized it successfully. And I did what I love to do, as to take part in extracurricular activities always. And there all the people appreciated me a lot. So the stress of that tedious journey was relieved by the program. And at last I could say that all is well, that end is well. And here I can say that I would not have been happier than that I got on the 6th of March by enjoying with my people. Thanks a lot.